Hi yogis, this is Amy Reyes and this is the second video in my Yoga Nidra series, and this is focusing on Asana, which is that pre-practice part. So technically, if we want to look at, in the last video we talked about how Yoga Nidra is this full spectrum practice where we kind of touch on all of the 8 limbs of Patanjali's 8-limbed path of yoga. So the pre-practice is a little bit deeper even than what we're going to do today, this physical flow. The pre-practice would start with the first 2 limbs of yoga, which would be the yamas and the niyamas. So if you're familiar with those, awesome. If not, I'll kind of quickly go over them, just do the Cliff Notes version. But the yamas, we have ahimsa, which is essentially compassion or nonviolence. We have satya, which is truthfulness. We have asteya, which is non-stealing. We have brahmacharya, which is that non-excess. And then we have a parigraha, which is that non-attachment, okay? And so those are, the yamas, so kind of those restraints. And then we get into the niyamas, which are kind of the self-practices, the self-disciplines. So the niyamas, we have saucha, which is purity or cleanliness. We have santosha, which is contentment. And then we have tapas, which is kind of that transformative, can be self-discipline, but it's really that kind of transformative, third chakra type power. And then we have svadhyaya, which is self-study, very important. And then finally we have ishvara pranidhana, which is surrender. So those are kind of those first 2 limbs are just ways of life. So again, we're talking about that capital Y yoga, so that type of yoga that allows for complete transformation. That's definitely the foundation of the pre-practices. And then we move into that 3rd limb of yoga, which is asana. So those are the poses, the postures. And that's really where we get in touch with that physical body. Yoga was not originally designed to be a physical practice, but the ancient yogis were very wise and they realized that we really can't delve further into those limbs, so get into that breath work and that withdraw of senses and the meditation and contemplation and that bliss body without first moving the physical body. As we talked about in the last video, if I just try to sit here for 45 minutes and do a yoga nidra practice, my body's probably going to give me a little feedback. I'm going to be a little bit, I'm going to have some wiggles, or I'm going to be getting some, my knee hurts, or something, or I need to roll my neck or whatever. So that's why we do this, just to prepare the body for that release and the ability to lie still and experience the yoga nidra. Okay, so that being said, let's jump into our practice, and we're going to start lying on our backs. So go ahead and make your way onto your back, and then just hug your knees into your chest. So give yourself a squeeze here. And this first pose that we're doing is wind removing pose. So Bhuvanamuktasana, this is just, removing that wind, because the wind is a lot of times what does not allow us to be still. That's kind of that feedback. We know that, yoga is stilling the fluctuations of the mind. So go ahead and just kind of squeeze in here. Start to make some circles. Take any movements that might feel good. So maybe kind of moving through the ankles if that would feel okay. Flexing and extending toes. Start to arrive in the present moment. Switch directions with those circles if you are making those circles. And then go ahead and choose a side, either side, it doesn't matter which, and just roll off onto your side. Pause here and take a breath on your side before pushing up, coming into the seated pose. And then I want us to kind of work through this traditional joint sequence. And this traditional joint sequence, I have the book right here. This comes from this book, Yoga Nidra Yogic Trance, and it is by N.C. Panda. So that is where that is from. I was introduced to this book in the training I did with my teacher, Carol Westerman. So I would highly recommend that book. And the other good one, if you're really into Yoga Nidra and want to learn more, this is probably the best book that I've found, and this is just called Yoga Nidra by Swami Satyananda Saraswati. So that is another really awesome book. Okay, so we're going to do the NC Panda joint sequence. So to do this, we're going to start with the toes, and just start with the toes, and we're going to focus on the exhale, and we start with the exhale. The exhale, we're going to point the toes, and then the inhale, the toes are going to come back. So exhale, point, inhale, draw them back. Move with the breath. Do about 5 times. Okay, and then we're going to do the whole foot. So we're going to start, and you can do this however you want to, and we're just going to point the whole foot and then draw the whole foot back. So again, we'll do this about 5 times. So we coordinate this with breath. So exhale, point. Inhale, go ahead and flex back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, flex. About 5 times. Okay, and then go ahead and just roll. So maybe take 1 foot at a time and just kind of roll the ankles out. And we'll go both directions. Switch directions. And then switch feet. Start either direction, doesn't matter. And then switch your directions. All right, and then the next one is going to be working with the knees. Okay, so one leg, I'm going to leave my left leg extended, and then I'm going to start with my right knee, working on this knee. So I'm going to exhale and draw that up. Inhale, pushes to the side. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down, out. Exhale, back up. Inhale, back down. 3 more times. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. 2 more times. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Last time. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay, switch to the left. Same thing. So I'm going to exhale, draw up, inhale, out, exhale, back up, inhale, down. 4 more times. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. All right, good. Go ahead and just bring those legs cross-legged here. And then we're going to just work with some Sufi circles, okay? So we're going to start just moving a little bit. And eventually we're going to inhale forward and then exhale through the back. Inhaling forward. Exhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale forward, exhale back. You know what you're doing. Let's do 1 more this direction. And then switch the cross of the legs. And then we're going to switch directions. So switch your directions, exhaling through back, inhale coming forward, Can feel things cracking already. I know I'm working through that physical body and making the physical body happy so that when I get into my Yoga Nidra practice, I can really relax and remain still. Remain still, remain awake. All right. Go ahead and bring yourself to stillness, and we're going to work with the spinal rotation here. So to do this, let's just flow a little bit with breath. Inhale, sweep arms up and over. Exhale, hands draw down through heart center. Inhale, sweep arms up and over. And exhale, left hand comes to right knee, right hand comes behind you. And I should say that this practice is, the joint sequence is kind of inspired by the NC Panda Yoga Nidra yogic trance, but it's not exactly how he prescribes it. So, you know, it is, of course, my take on this. All right, take one more breath here. And then inhale, come back, sweeping arms up and over. Exhale, hands draw down. Once again, switch the cross of the legs. So we want to keep everything in balance. Again, yoga being that union, that harmony of the opposites, so we keep things balanced. Inhale, sweep arms up and over. Exhale, hands draw down through heart center. This time, inhale, sweep arms up and over. And exhale, right hand comes onto left knee, left hand comes behind you. Just breathing into the side body, breathing into this twist. One more full, complete breath here. And inhale, sweep arms up and over, and exhale, hands draw down. All right, we're going to continue with that joint sequence, and we're going to start with the fingers. So same thing, hands can come ahead of you. They can be comfortable here. So maybe keep those elbows hugged in. And we're going to start with the fingers, and we're just going to start with the wrists. And again, so exhale down, inhale, pull those fingers back towards you. Exhaling down, inhale, flex. Two more. Good. Okay, start to make some circles with the wrists. So just circle. You can start moving the same direction. So we're going to switch directions again here. And switch your directions, rolling out. And then I like to do this little kind of figure eight. So bring those arms in front of you and just figure eight. We're going to be working with some classical Surya Namaskar, so we kind of prepare the wrists to bear some weight here in this practice. All right, good. Keep your hands in front of you, palms facing up, and here's the next one. We're going to exhale here. We're going to inhale, touch our shoulders. Exhale, hands come out. Inhale, touch shoulders. Exhale out. Inhale, shoulders. Two more. Okay, leave your hands on your shoulders, but take your elbows out to the side, and then place your hands a little bit like kind of touching, those third fingers touching your collarbones. Here's the next one. Okay, we're going to exhale, give the world a hug. Inhale, pull that back in. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Last one. I like to think about hugging the world and then showing yourself that same love. Okay, hands back on shoulders, and start to make some little circles with the elbows. And when you're ready, go ahead and switch that. Switch your directions. All right, very good. Okay, we're going to move on to the neck now. So the neck, I know this is an area for me that when I practice Yoga Nidra, if I don't give the neck attention in these pre-practices, I'm going to get that feedback. So we are going to focus on the neck. And we're going to exhale, and we're going to tuck chin towards chest. Inhale, lift our gaze. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. 3 more times. Moving with your breath. All right. When you are ready, go ahead and bend the right elbow, palm facing up. That elbow hugs in. Take that left arm and go ahead and reach that behind your back. So maybe it just rests on your back, or maybe you clasp the inside of that right elbow with that left hand. Your choice. Exhale, draw that chin towards chest again. Inhale as you trace the right collarbone up, stopping for a few breaths, gazing over that right shoulder. Take another inhale, and exhale to trace the right collarbone back down. Inhale, lift. Switch that out. Okay, this time left elbow bends, left palm facing up, right hand crosses behind, maybe stays on the back, or maybe that right hand clasps the inside of that left elbow. Your choice. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck that chin towards your chest. Use the inhale to trace that left collarbone up, stopping to gaze over that left shoulder. Stay here a couple breaths. Take an inhale. And exhale to trace that left collarbone back down. Inhale, look up. Go ahead and let your hands go. Just place your palms facing down on those knees. And we're going to move on the exhale here, looking one direction and then the other. So no strain in this. This is a comfortable movement. And if this bothers you at all, just completely let this go. So exhale, turn to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Back to center. Pause here. All right. Moving on, go ahead and just flip your legs around, and we're going to move into our tabletop position, and we're going to just flow through a couple rounds of cat-cow here. So find your table, wrists directly below shoulders, knees directly below hips, and let's move with this. So inhale, go ahead and lift the tailbone, pull the belly, pull the heart and gaze forward. Exhale, press into the hands, tuck chin towards chest, round the spine. Inhale, lowering belly, offering gaze forward. Exhale, go ahead and push into the hands, round the spine. Let's do about 3 more of these just with your own breath, connecting with that breath. All right. From here, walk your hands about a hand space forward. Knees come out a little bit wider than hips distance. Big toes come into touch. Sink the hips back, child's pose. So child's pose, essentially that wind removing pose, but facing the other way. Belly down. Stay here for a couple breaths. And then let's flow. So inhale, go ahead and rock forward, coming into a modified plank. Exhale, sinking back to your child's pose. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, sinking back. Inhale, this time rock forward. And exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Draw those hands down to your sides, palms facing down. Little Shalambhasana action, locust pose here. So on your inhale, go ahead and lift your head and chest. If that feels okay, go ahead and lift those arms. Maybe lift those legs up too. Breathing here. We're working everything out in that body. We're allowing that body to be felt. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower down. We'll take that one more time. So on your inhale, lift head and chest. Still feeling okay? Lift those arms, maybe lift those legs. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Take another breath here. And then exhale, make a little pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead or one of your cheeks on that pillow. Take a breath, feel your heart beating into the earth, reclaiming your support from the earth. And then go ahead and bend those elbows, plug those thumbs into armpits. Inhale, coming up to your Bhujangasana, Cobra. And on your exhale, go ahead and push back to down dog. Our first down dog of the day, so pedal it out. Take any organic movement that's going to feel good here. And when you're ready, bend both knees and start to walk forward until your feet meet up with hands here. All right, on your inhale, take a half lift straight back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up, sweeping your arms up and over, taking up the space which you deserve. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're going to do a couple rounds of the traditional Surya Namaskar. So go ahead and just follow along if you've done this before, and if not, then just keep up and you will be kept up. So let's roll. Inhale, sweep arms up and over. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg steps back. Lower that right knee. Exhale here. Inhale, sweep those arms up and over, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, frame that left foot. Step it back to meet right. I'm going to do knees, chest, chin. You do whatever you would like. Lowering down. Inhale to your Bhujangasana, Cobra. And exhale, we'll meet in Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Inhale, right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee hugs into chest and steps forward. Inhale, go ahead and lift up, coming into your high lunge. Exhale, plant those hands, step left foot forward, coming back to your fold. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, balancing out other side. Inhale, sweep arms up and over. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg steps back, lower that left knee down. Inhale, come up to your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, frame that right foot. Go ahead and step right foot back to meet left. Work through your vinyasa. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee hugs into chest, steps forward. Inhale, come into that high lunge, that crescent lunge. Exhale, frame that left foot, step right foot forward, back to your fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, both sides. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back, lower right knee. Exhale here. Inhale, lift arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, go ahead and frame that left foot, step it back to meet right. I'm going to do knees, chest, chin. Inhale to my cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step that right foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, frame right foot, step left foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastitihi, equal standing pose. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, rising up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step left foot back, lower left knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant hands, step back, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, pull that left knee in. When you're ready, inhale, come up to that lunge. Exhale, frame that left foot, step right foot forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. I'm going to turn on a light here, just so you guys can see me a little bit better. Okay, as we continue on with our practice. It's a beautiful summer night. Okay, from here, I want you to just lower down to your mat. So you're seated on your mat. Keep your knees bent, keep your feet in front of you. We're going to do another little pose just to work through the physical body, and this is boat pose. Okay, so boat pose, Navasana. And we're going to take this in stages. So, you know, if boat pose is something that doesn't float your boat, you know, you can always just stay here, or you can do one foot lifting at a time. You don't have to go full boat, and in fact, I'm not going to do full Navasana either. So let's just take this in stages, and first of all, just kind of lift the right leg, the right foot, lift the left foot, and we're just kind of engaging our core here. So feel yourself really strong, integrated in the core as you do this. And this can be boat pose right here. Or if you would like to, lift those legs up with your arms, option to keep those arms out, you know, option to go full boat if you want, or make this yours. And we're just going to breathe here. So the important thing is just feeling things engage. Inhale. And exhale, kind of hug in again. The seated child's pose. Again, we're removing some wind. We'll take that one more time. Okay, so your version of boat pose. So again, that could be alternate foot lifts or whatever you feel is right for you. Several rounds of breath here. All right, and then hug those knees in again. Okay, one final thing. I'm just going to face you guys. One final thing we do in this pre-practice that I really like doing is working a little bit with the mudras. So the mudras, you know, another Rumi quote that I really like is never feel lonely, the entire universe is inside you. And it's true, we have all of the elements right here in our hands. So mudra is essentially an energy seal. It's just a way of containing and directing energy. And we're going to work with the vayus, so the directions of the wind, the direction that the prana can flow. And we're going to give attention to each of those vayus with mudra. And in that way, we calm those winds, we help center ourselves, we allow ourselves to ground down and be really present for our practice. Okay, so the practice of mudra, I'll kind of explain these before we jump into them. We have prana mudra, which is index finger and third finger extended, and then thumb just on top of the ring finger and the little finger. So that's prana, that's going to be our first one, and that's the upward rising energy. And then we have samana mudra, and so this is thumb holding the top of all the other fingers. So just like it looks like, this is from the periphery into the center. So we're gathering everything in. Okay, that's that energy. Then we have Vyana mudra. And Vyana is the opposite of Samana. So Samana was periphery to center, and Vyana is center to the periphery. So this one is thumb over top of the index finger and middle finger, and then the ring finger and pinky extend. And then we have Udana, which is just the pinky finger extending, and this is the up and out energy. And then finally, we have Apana Mudra. And Apana Mudra is the thumb on top of the third finger and fourth finger, and then we have the index finger and the pinky extending. And this is that downward energy, so this is that energy that collects right at that root, allows us to be grounded, centered, completely present, safe, secure. So this is the one that we're going to end on. But we'll work with them all a little bit. We'll do them a couple times, and then we'll end with this Apana Mudra and incorporate a little bit of mantra. Okay, so let's do that again. And we can just have our hands, our hands on our knees. I'll show you guys the next time around as well. Let's do them 3 times, okay? And that way we kind of get the feel of it. I'm gonna lift my hands and show you guys this next time. And then 2 times we'll do it just, using your own intuitive nature and just following along. Okay, so let's start. We start with Prana Mudra. And then we have Samana. And then we have Vyana. And Udana. And then Apana. Okay, I'm going to place my hands on my knees now. Let's go through them 2 more times. Prana, Samana, Vyana, Udana, and Apana. And the last time, we'll breathe with these. So Prana, Samana, Vyana, Udana, and Apana. And go ahead and stay in this Apana, this downward energy. We'll stay here. We'll go ahead and add some pranayama here, some Ujjayi pranayama. So this is that ocean sounding breath. So we'll start off just imagining yourself like a vase being filled from the bottom to the top. Inhaling, filling belly, ribs, chest. And exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And then adding that Ujjayi component and slightly constricting the throat on the inhale and the exhale. So it can sound like waves crashing onto shore. And then the last little piece of the puzzle here, if you want to add mantra. So mantra, man being mind, tra being to do something with or a tool. So a mind tool. If you want to maybe add so hum, I am that. So on the inhale, hum on the exhale. 5 more. Go ahead and let your mantra go, let your mudra go, and finally let your pranayama go. Just allow yourself to be whole, perfect, and complete, exactly as you are. Friends, this concludes the pre-practice asana. So at this point, I would invite you to gather up all your props and make yourself as comfortable as possible, finding your most comfortable resting pose. And if you are joining me for the 3rd video, which is the Yoga Nidra practice, Please feel free to open that once you are settled, and we will begin the practice of Yoga Nidra. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.